message after the beep.
Oh man, I wish I had a deeper voice. All the dames would be attracted to me.
The way that you sound is more important than I think that you realise it. If you think about it, our voice, it can inspire, it can influence. Our voice, it can connect on a very deep level, yet a lot of people treat their voice like the car headlights. They only really think about it when things are dim, when they're struggling to be seen or heard, but otherwise they just turn them on and off, just hoping that they'll do their job. But if you think about it, how many times have you met somebody and within just a few seconds of hearing them speak, you've already formed a judgment? You instinctively know whether they seem confident or trustworthy, or maybe even attractive. And here's the kicker. A large part of that judgment is based upon the way that they sound. Yet if you were to ask most people, they will say to you that they hate the sound of their own voice. When they watch a video back, they'll go, there's no way that I sound like that. Something wrong with your phone. There's no way that I sound like that. The funny thing is, despite this knee-jerk reaction to our own voices, most of us do absolutely nothing about it. But what if I told you that your voice could be the key to you unlocking more success? What if it was the very thing standing between you and maybe that next promotion? Or the reason that people don't take you seriously? Or maybe it could be the secret to making you appear more attractive, and you don't even need to have a single injection put in your face to make it happen. So let me share with you a little story from my own life. I was about 7 years old, and it was the Christmas nativity play season at school. And if you weren't lucky enough to be cast as either a tea-towel wearing shepherd, a gift-bearing king, or the back end of a donkey, then you were relegated to the choir, which basically meant that you had to sit on one of those cold wooden gym benches wearing your regular school uniform, just trying to muster up some Christmas cheer. This particular year was one of those years where I was a bench warmer. I was belting out Christmas carols with all the gusto that my little lungs could muster. And here's the thing, this voice that you're hearing now, it's always been this low. Even at the age of 7, I could have easily have passed off for a grown man if you had called me over the telephone. So there I was, mid-rehearsal, when all of a sudden the music teacher, they stretched their arms out wide, palms up, asking everyone to stop. Silence fell. Then her eyes, they locked onto me, and she pointed and she said, all we can hear is you. Can you just pretend to sing? And that was it. In front of an entire school, I was shamed from my voice. From that moment, I became deeply embarrassed about how I sounded. I dreaded speaking to people for fear that they wouldn't like my voice. And I even developed a stutter. And it's a stutter that still to this day occasionally rears its repetitive head when I get a little bit nervous. But why do I share this? I share this because as someone who now makes a living from using their voice, I understand how critical it is in every, and I do mean every area of life. Conversations, job interviews, pitches, networking events, Zoom calls, dating, making friends. I think you get it. The way that you use your voice has a profound impact on every one of those interactions. Yet most of us never really think about improving our voices. And it's not your fault. You were never taught at school. Instead, they made us learn to play London's Burning on a bloody recorder because obviously that's been super helpful in business meetings. Yeah, was never going to be useful. But now you know. And if you think about the most influential people that you have heard, I am pretty sure that they have a voice that connects. It's not just what they say, but how they say it, that builds that trust and makes you feel inspired to move and do something different. Now, in the trainings that I run, there are 6 key areas of your voice that I want you to think about. And think about these next time you're in a conversation. Number 1 is clarity. Do people understand the words that are coming out of your mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
The second thing is speed. How fast do you speak? Are you speaking too fast? Or maybe you're speaking too slow? Third thing is volume. What is your default? Are you whispering or are you shouting? Fourth thing is the tone. Are you just saying the words or are you being the words that you're saying? The fifth thing is the pitch. Now, humans, we naturally find a lower voice more attractive and more authoritative. Even Margaret Thatcher was coached to lower her pitch. And then finally, there are the pauses. When used correctly, a pause can create a powerful and influential moment in your communication. Now, here's the thing. Just mastering one of these things, so I've mentioned 6 to you, just mastering one of these can completely change how people perceive you. It can dramatically increase your authority, your influence, and yes, even your charisma. So I hope that this video has given you something to think about when it comes to your own voice. And for those of you that truly get what I'm saying here in this video, I encourage you to take action, whether that's finding yourself a vocal coach, getting some training, or you can even check out the Confident Communicator program that I have. Link will be down in the description below, but I'll see you in the next video.